There's a fine line between genius and madness, between visionary and crazy, between confidence and vanity. So when we look back at Andrew Benedek's path, I can say he's a genius who was confident enough in his vision to stay true to it for 2 decades while everyone told him he was mad. I mean, you can try to ignore the noise and the voices around you, but I'm often told by my podcast guests that the market never lies. And long before exiting to GE for several hundred millions in 2006, Zenon lived for 16 years without any competition, which by extension may mean that Andrew's company had no market. Now, put yourself in the shoes of a younger Andrew in the late 80s, promoting membranes in wastewater treatment when almost no one believed it could ever make a dent in drinking water applications. Would you pivot? Would you give up? Or would you double down? Of course, 40 years later, with MBRs now a dominant wastewater treatment technology, it's hard to put the survivor bias aside. And we're probably all thankful to Andrew for not giving up. But can we rationalize why Zenon succeeded against all the odds? If you're familiar with Paul Callan's concept of crisis-driven innovation, things start to make much more sense. Indeed, water scarcity was a crisis in the making, and this already in the 80s. And while only a handful of visionaries had realized it and aligned themselves to water reuse becoming mandatory, the setup existed. So luck is never the decisive factor. It's a skill, and it doesn't vanish with time, as 78 years old Andrew reminds us now that he has inertia. The good news is that a skill can be learned. We need the right framework for that, what Paul supplies us with the water technology adoption model, and a couple of key concepts like what crisis-driven and value-driven innovation actually stand for. Want to find out more? Then join our panel at the BlueTech Forum here in Vancouver on Wednesday to hear Paul, Andrew, but also Steven Zamir from Xylem and Dirk Bruzis from Ski on Water give their take at the matter. And if you cannot attend, don't miss Paul's book on the dynamics of water innovation, available soon, and make sure to check my full interviews with these incredible panelists. For that, just subscribe to the Don't Waste Water podcast, available on all the platforms.